So in this video I'm talking about tracking. Tracking is a technique that is easy, but it's gonna need some compositing skills. However, in this video I'm gonna just talk about how to track an object. Now, let's start with having a video. So you're gonna need to shoot a video with, for example, a band that you're gonna need to track. So I'm gonna drag this video in a new composition. So I'm gonna create a new composition with the same size of the video that I have in here. And this video has a band to the left, so as you can see in here, it has a band to the left. You're gonna reduce the quality of your view to be the third because this is going to be hard to process for the computer. After that, what you need to do is actually add the tracking. So you're gonna go and right click and select the track the camera, which is going to add an effect, and you're gonna need to make it detailed, analyze it, so you're gonna get better result for the tracking. Now the computer or the After Effects is working in the background to analyze the points and decide what points that he's going to track, and then as a designer you're gonna select, for example, the point of the whiteboard here and then track them. So it's gonna need about 345 frames, and also it's giving you the time in here, so when it's going to finish. So this is going to take a while and I will be back to you. So here we go. Now the computer is doing solving the camera process, so we're almost there. Now you can just shorten this video if you don't want to do the tracking for all the video if you want, but since this video is too short for me, I just do it for all the video. And you can go ahead and shorten it from here and also from here. So I'm just waiting for the solving. And here we go, we have now the points that we need for the tracking. So you notice now those colored points are the track points. So you can make those points bigger by just dragging the mouse in here, and you notice now those are the track point. And once you come here, you notice that red circle is the target, so you can attach something to that red circle. Now as a first thing, I'm gonna reduce this back. Okay, now what I need to do, for example, is track this whiteboard and write something on it. So I'm gonna just drag this a little bit so we can see some more point of that. Okay, so for example in here I have one point in here, another one, and here. So I'm shaping a square. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover this with the lasso tool. So I'm gonna select them, and you notice that is giving me one track point in the center. So adding a text, for example, is so easy. So what you're gonna do, just right click, and you have some option of create text and camera, create a solid, create a null object. Those are the main things that you can do. So the solid and also the null object to attach something to it. So I'm gonna create, for example, at first time a text. I'm gonna do that, and here you can see you have a 3D camera track and also a text that you need just to adjust to the whiteboard. So I'm gonna adjust this to the whiteboard just like that, and you can as well rotate it or orient it by pressing R in here, and then you can just play with the orientation of this text just to make it fit to the whiteboard there. Okay, and here we go. Now this text is attached to that place. So if you move the slider in here, the video is gonna move and the text also gonna disappear with the disappearance of the whiteboard. And that's it. So if I move the cursor just for example until here, you notice the text is actually in that board. and with some compositing skills, you can make it just better by adding some shadow and make it 3D and so on. Now another thing, for example, that I want to add is the TV. So the TV here is not in the place, so I'm gonna need to add, for example, a TV to my wall in here. So I have a TV in here, composition of a TV, so I'm gonna need to attach it in that position. So what I need to do is again select the point, but you notice the points are not there, so I'm gonna need to show them again. So I'm gonna go to the effect while I'm selecting the video here, and I'm gonna check the render track point. So I'm gonna check that, and you notice now I have the point, but you need to again check it, because if you make that checked in, so it's gonna be rendered, those point is going to be rendered with the final output. So I just make it off, and then what I need to do is just select that space. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, and I'm gonna select those point which is gonna give me a track for my TV. Now I'm gonna right click, and I'm gonna select create solid this time. Create solid just give me solid that I can replace with my TV. So now I'm gonna need just to change again the orientations. Okay, that's look fine. Now I'm gonna replace this solid with my TV, so I'm gonna go to the project, and here's the fit TV. I'm gonna need to click Alt while I'm replacing this, so I'm gonna release, and you notice now once you click Alt and release it above this layer, is gonna be replaced, and now you have a TV in here. You can do some also orientations things and repositioning and scale it up, for example. And also, as we say, you can add as well some shadows and mask to add for example, the feather effect, to make it just look like it's in the real place. And now you notice if I just make the composition fit, you notice again you have added a TV in there, and it's stuck in its place. Now if I come to the final composition, I can add, for example, some fires in here. I can paint the wall as well. So if I come, for example, to the final composition that I had, so you can play it, so you can make something like this out of that tracking video. You hope it's look easy for you, and good luck with your exercise.